Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you may be. And welcome back to the HCW Show channel. And welcome back to another episode of HCW Show Squared, the show takes the format or formula of HCW Show podcast and has the power of, you guessed it, two. I'm host as always, Dan, DP, or you all say nowadays, DpuizY. Yeah! But more importantly, I am joined by a very special guest. I am joined by someone who hasn't been here for a while. Almost invoking, a moniker that they once had on the channel. But I won't go that far. But of course, this show wouldn't be what it is without him. And he's back finally. So welcome back. Mr. Impact, Craig! Craig, how you doing?
You know me, it's that M-I-C. Craig, aka Mr. Impact. Yeah, I'm all good. Needed a break from everything. It's important to take breaks when you need to. It's, I guess, I must have forgotten to thank Beyonce. I'm back. Like Eric Bischoff, I'm back. I would say better than ever, but that's yet to be seen. Has been a month.
For making things better.
Yeah. I haven't watched NXT in about 3 weeks, so.
Well,
all caught up for this week's episode.
Let's see if we can catch up today.
A lot has happened, it seems like.
I mean, even the start of the show would make no sense to you because you've not watched the previous things.
Honestly, when I saw, I was nearly in tears.
Yeah.
Like, I just taken time off because my head is a mess, and I come back and spoiler alert. Chase you is no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need constant. What's the word? Stability in my pro wrestling, and then Chase you are now gone. The one thing I need in NXT.
Yep.
The one thing, and they're gone. So,
yeah.
Ridge. Yeah.
So yeah, as you said, Chase You are no more. However, things kick off with the Chase You theme music. So of course we're all here, the trumpets are going, and then everything's there. There's a little banner by the entranceway, it says Chase You on it, and it bursts open. Who comes through? Ridge Holland.
Ridge.
The Fridge Holland.
Son of a biscuit.
Very short promo here from him. He just laughs. He says that he told us so. He then says that he'll see Trick Williams at deadline. And that's about it, really. All the while, though, he's getting intense levels of heat from the crowd. I was having a debate the other day about Ridge Holland because Ridge Holland, for the most part, has been very much a sort of meh sort of character, and very confusing, sort of directionless. Not too sure what was going on with him. This whole thing with Chase U, him joining Chase U, getting a chance to be with them, win the tag titles, the dissension with Duke and Riley, the disbanding of him from Chase U. I mean. Him then destroying Chase U and then him eventually killing Chase U. He's the villain of NXT now. There's no one higher than him.
Oh yeah. Without doubt, that made him the biggest heel in NXT.
Yeah.
You've taken away the babiest of babyface groups.
Yeah.
And now you're the heelest of heels, heel of heels. I don't know, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
That's done wonders for him,
It really has.
because even though he's probably not going to win at Deadline, it's very reasonable that he's now in this title picture and getting this heat, because really there wasn't many people to challenge Trick, and for him to do this and now be the number one contender, not only be the number one contender, but become number one contender by ending Chase U. It's arguably the best work he's done in his entire career so far.
Yeah, exactly. And as it was put out by Nikki last week, it was a very emotional match that he and that Ridge and Andre had. Like I said then, and it's still true now. I'm pissed off about it. I'm annoyed by it. I'm angered by it, and by that extension, it's done its job.
Yeah,
like
exactly what he wanted.
Whether you were crying over it, or you were sad about it, or you were angry over it, or you threw something at the TV because of it, like, that's the intended effect.
Yeah, that's the job of a wrestler, to evoke an emotion from you, an emotion that they want from this. They want you to be pissed off at Rich. They want you to be thrust that Chase you over.
Yeah.
So they did it. They did it very well, and yeah, fuck you, Rich.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that was a very quick opener to NXT. We then move on to the first match of the night. It is an Iron Survivor Qualifier. For the men's side, we have Ethan Page taking on Axiom. And your winner would be... before I say the winner, you have here a guy who's been in the world title scene for the past few months and really should get away from it, against a guy whose tag team partner is in the Iron Survivor, and they've been building the tension between the pair of them for the last few months, that you could realistically put them in the same match here and they'd build more of that tension. So, of course, naturally, the winner here is Ethan Page with Lariat.
Yeah.
Go on, you start on.
I mean, after Halloween Havoc, I was very much okay. So what they're going to do now? Because I haven't watched since Halloween Havoc, really. What they can do with Ethan Page now? So after Halloween Havoc, it looked like they're obviously going down the Ridge team of Ridge against Bubba Ray, whatever his freaking name is. Okay, clean out there's something. Okay.
Like we had a whole tangent last week about it. Like, it's not like Bubba Ray and that podcast guy he's with. I can't remember the guy's name. Le Greco, is it?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, did you see that? How do we have it? This was about Zaria making her debut, and like, I can't believe we've just seen the debut of. Tell him about it, Le Greco, and then Le Greco's like, no, you tell me. Like, like.
Yeah, it wasn't the best look. It's because I obviously trying to get off that, but it felt like that's not his job. That's not Bubba's job. You've brought Bubba Ray in to do something he's not very good at doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, put him in a feud, or put him against someone, or have him brawl at the end. But that was just the wrong call. And Greco is. I think they tried to act like it was a podcast, and then forgot it was. That they've got to play a character, essentially.
Yeah, but even still, how do you forget the name of Zaria? Like, or even just say Delta if you've got to say a name. Like, just say a name.
Yeah,
don't say. Oh, I don't know the name. You say the name. Like,
yeah, an interesting thing. Yeah, on Ethan Page, yeah, what they're going to do with him? What they're going to do? Put him straight back in the title picture.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he was pinned every week as champion, or almost every week, and now he's going into a match where he's potentially going to be pinned at least twice.
It's the perfect match for him.
It's perfect match for everyone else involved because they know they can pin him with ease. But great match.
Mm.
Because I hadn't been watching when I heard Axiom's theme and his Tron. Thought, have they split up Axiom?
Right.
Has that happened? Or have I missed that? There's no way I've missed that. Haven't. But I was like, all right, cool. It's in the Iron Survivor Qualifier. Didn't think for a second Axiom was going to win, and that's slightly disappointing. I thought Fraser might cost him the match, if I'm honest.
Mm.
But no, the match was very good though, and I don't know what it was, but during the show or during that match, Booker T made a noise, and I thought my speakers were playing up. He made some sort of noise. I had to make sure the volume was like at a level on my TV. He makes he is the worst commentator in pro wrestling right now, and I'm not. I argue in the comments because he is.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, the match was great, and it's just. I can't take much listening to Booker T. I try and tune it out, but when he makes stupid noises, and not just noises, he's not saying anything of note.
No.
Like or something like that. It was sound like fucking the rumble buzzer. That's like nailed on a chalkboard. I despise that.
I mean, OGs remember the shickadee quack quack moment of the week.
I mean, it's not like he's always been bad. It's just in NXT for some reason. Like, obviously he had a huge moment in TNA where he was commentating on his own when he's beating down the front line. I think was it? I can't remember. Fortune or someone.
Is he beating up Pete Williams?
I honestly can't remember. I know it was him and it was Chet Lemon and Black Snow.
Yes.
And it's part of the main mafia at that point. And he was beating down. They were beating down someone. I can't remember who it was. I say that all the time. I can't remember who was beating down. But yeah, that was a good moment. But as soon as he takes that and tries to be a serious commentator, done. I
think with Booker T, particularly, you've got to just suspend your belief in commentary because you've got Vic there, and he's good by himself. And it's just you need to just sort of forget Booker's there, which is what I do for the most part.
Yeah, just make noises. Say something.
But yeah, so I rated it 3.5 stars. I thought it was really good. It was a great way to kick things off. And astonishingly, this match got 16.5 minutes. That is longer than the last two PLE main events. Just to put that into perspective.
What was in them? That might not go over 20 minutes.
The only other time, before that, it was the Fatal 4-Way, the one that even Page won. And that was only longer by a minute.
Bruv.
It's weird. But, these two got the time that they needed here, and they made it count. Both men were able to showcase what they could do, including Ethan, who, frankly, has had the best chance to showcase himself. Because he's been fighting Trick Williams, who is not the best person to bounce off. And besides that, he was getting pinned every week as champion. So he really had a chance to even like show out here. But this match with Axiom was that moment for him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we know Axiom is great anyway. We didn't need a match with Ethan Page to prove that.
No, by now.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm not a fan of the result because I firmly believe Axiom should have won this. But you know, again, can't dispute it. Good match. Good way to open things up.
That's fair.
After this, we had an interview with Ethan Page. He says that if you bet against All Ego, you'll lose money every time, and he'll always find a way to win. He's then cut off by Nathan Fraser, who claims that the Iron Survivor is his kind of match, and Ethan will not be able to keep up with him. Ethan tries to spread the dissension by saying that Axiom is the one carrying all the weight in Fraxium, which this is the best bit. Nathan comes back at him, saying that Axiom is not the driving, and then he cuts himself off.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's happening.
What happened first? Fraction split or New Day split?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be New Day. That's happening Monday.
Yeah.
Like, it's happening. And who's gonna turn on who, I don't know. But
it'll be Woods.
Yeah, I think
it's Woods or Kofi.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Woods is the much better heel as well, and a better talker. Like, it needs to be Woods.
Yeah, I mean, that line from Raw, you pissed it away in 6 seconds to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that undoubtedly gonna, yeah.
The wrong.
And when I feud,
I would like the swerve of a Kofi heel turn. I really would. But I think Woods makes more sense.
Yeah, I think he'll. I reckon Woods will low blow Biggie.
Oh,
he will try to stop him. And he'll low blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can't really get physical, but he can hit someone in the balls, no problem.
It's fine. Just keep Ridge nowhere near him. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Keep him away.
But yeah, so after that, he does catch himself, but of course with a lot of crowd going ooh, and then Axiom is hey, what the hell, man? In comes Wesley. He asks which of these two will be the runner-up to him winning, and then in comes Javon Evans, who asks Wes how long he'll be in the penalty box for, because things are about to go bouncy. When after this, in come OTM, which is Lucian Price and Bronco Nima. They question Fraxion's intentions as being tag champions, but focusing on singles gold, and that annoys them as a tag team because they want tag team gold, and the tag champions are not focused on tag team gold, which is valid. I get
it. Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, out comes all the other tag teams, and we get a giant brawl. Which you've missed, actually, because every week there's been, like, tag teams brawling everywhere.
Didn't know that. But yeah. I do enjoy a good brawl.
So, legitimately, there was Fraction retained the titles at Halloween Havoc. I can't remember who they fought, but they retained them. And then after this, the next one on NXT, he was like, oh, we're building to the Iron Survivor, but don't worry, I've got something planned for the tag team division as well. Ava, this is. And then I think it was the same sort of next week. Ava has all the tag teams in one room, except the tag champions. And she's like, you have got this, you've got this, you've got this. And then she turns to Stax and Crucifino. And she's like, and you make me disappear. And then they're like, hey, allegedly.
Easy there.
Can't go out throwing accusations like that.
Nothing was ever proved apart from being on camera.
Exactly. Like, you know, did Ilya get kidnapped? Maybe. But you can't prove it. What happened to Two Dimes? We're cutting deep.
Who knows?
But yeah, everyone gets involved, and so do Fraxium get involved in this big tag team brawl. And that's the end of that for now. We go backstage now. Sol Ruka's here with Brindley Reese from an earlier today segment, when Lola Vice appears, and she and so Stephanie Fakir. They talk Spanish, so some English does slip in here, and Lola mentions how she had to make sure that Jada didn't win last week. Then in pops Wren Sinclair, who was listening into the conversation and claiming it was a silly choice for Lola to do that, to get herself involved. Lola takes offense to this and tells Wren that she'll show her what Jada will be getting. And then Wren is visibly regretting her choice.
What did I get myself into?
Yeah.
And then I heard Charles is going to be cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, Charles is going to be what?
After this, we're still backstage, and we're somewhere backstage, I think in catering or somewhere. I don't know where we are. With Nikita Lyons and Ashante Adonis. Now, in the time that you've been gone, Craig, Ashante has gone from a red flag to a yellow/amber flag. He's not a green flag.
Yeah,
yet.
I got that impression. Yeah, I got that impression. It's very confusing because, like the last time I saw him, Carmen was kind of interested, but not interested enough to apparently getting her own back from costing him a match, and then it's just
and then
I don't know.
And then there was the mixed tag match with Carmen and Ashante teaming up against Brindley Reese and your favourite Dion Lennox.
Okay.
And that was to bring Carmen and Ashante closer together, I think, because they teamed together, I guess. And they won the mixed tag when Brindley slept Ashante, and then Carmen high kicked Brindley and pinned her. Interestingly enough, Dion was practically nowhere in that match. Don't know where he went.
Just wandered off somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, so Carmen and Ashante won that match. They sort of bonded a little bit. Backstage, they're sort of getting along together, and nothing official, but there's just sort of budding friendship/romance. I don't know. But and Nikita Lyons has now started stirring the pot and saying how Ashante texted her. To which Ashante denies. But Carmen is not pleased with this, naturally.
No.
And then we go to this week.
Oh.
It's a whole storyline.
Wow. Okay. Okay. What on earth? Is there nothing? Is it like if could you just say creative and have nothing for you? Just say it. Okay.
So here we are backstage with Nikita Lyons and Ashante Adonis. Nikita is trying to get Ashante to admit to texting her or wanting to get with her or something. Ashante is like, he can't. He has no interest now because he's got Carmen. But he does say, he words Carmen in a negative way. He says he's got baggage now. Which I thought was a very negative term to refer to someone else as.
Big red flag.
Yeah. But yeah, he calls Carmen baggage. And so Nikita just is like, oh, okay, whatever. And then Ashante's saying Carmen's perfect, she's great, but she's still baggage. Bear in mind. At this point, Nikita sees something and tries to get Ashanti to admit to texting her, to which he does. At this point, Carmen is listening in. And then, obviously, she's taken the wrong end of this completely. She's not heard anything that he said before, just that he texted Nikita. And then Carmen is like, I'm done with you. You know, fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice, that's on me, I'm done. And then her and Nikita get in a scrap as well.
Alright, that happened.
I'm nothing if not thorough. See, Craig?
Yeah, what is this?
Aren't you glad you come back for this?
I mean... okay, cool, that happened.
Yes, it did indeed.
There's literally nothing for me to say on that. I guess we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, we will indeed. We have up next the second match of the night. We have Wren Sinclair, literally making her own deathbed, and she takes on Lola Vice. And obviously, who would win here? Obviously, it was Lola Vice. Lola Vice wins with a spinning back fist. I rated 2 stars. It was less than 5 minutes, so again, it's not a reflection on the match itself, it's a reflection on the time it was given. It was good for the lack of time it had. It did its job in that Lola is just a beast in her mission to get vengeance and redemption against Jada from the street fight they had. All while showcasing her technical ability alongside Wren's, who is also a very sound technical wrestler, as we saw here. It wasn't a squash. Both women did get their shots in, and fair play. But as we all knew, it was going to be a one-way victory, and obviously we were going to win, and that was Lola.
Yeah, it wasn't going any other way. Big fan of Wren Sinclair. Not just her character work, but her in-ring has improved so much. She's in, I don't know, 6 months, if they keep building her on the trajectory they're building towards, I can plausibly see her being a real contender for the North American title.
Yeah.
She fits in very well with the Wren QCC. She's very funny, but she can go.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's still new. That's not. Firstly, she's still new, but she's come a long way, and is someone I enjoy seeing regularly on TV.
Yeah.
And she's on TV a lot because she is good.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they recognise that as well in NXT. They're like, they have something here. She can't be in the ring every week, but she could be on TV every week. Like, have her do something with Charlie, or with Tavian, or with Miles, or a GM, or something. Like, have her just communicate with someone, because she's really good. And they've got a gap, because Ariana Grace is not there anymore. For now, anyway. So they need someone who could do that comedy gimmick. And Wren can do that really well.
Very well. And Lola Vice is exceptional. And again, only going to improve from here, and that's scary, but good scary.
Yeah, she is.
It's very good scary.
Like, she is the best, MMA background wrestler since Shayna.
Yeah.
Like, Shayna had an amazing run in NXT. Unfortunately, main roster has not been so kind on her.
No.
But Shayna in NXT was a fucking beast. Like, you've seen her stuff in NXT, the Queen of Spades, like, amazing stuff.
It's insane. Her match against Kyrie at Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
was incredible.
I loved her sort of like terrorizing Dakota Kai as well.
Fantastic. Yeah. And now she's in a group with possibly the worst name of any group I've ever heard. I can't say it without laughing. It's not a good name. I can't even get used to it.
Yeah, it's a very weird one. I don't know what else to describe it as really.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, say what you want about TNA and their history with factions. At least they had good names.
Yeah. True, very true. But yeah, of course, everyone falls victim to the Pure Fusion collective.
It just
Pure Fusion.
All right.
It sounds like a Power Rangers thing.
When I see the initials, it makes me think of I don't know if people watching America if we can have these, but you know the rip-off KFC restaurants.
Oh, PFC, yeah.
You get SFC and like it reminds me of one that's just a rip-off KFC restaurant. You get in a city centre somewhere. Nah, it's but but for this match, yes, it's time aside, very good.
Yeah. Post match, Lola has a little interview, and she declares that soon she and Jada will be going underground. And at this point,
I mean, what was it? He shouted at the camera. Just shouted at the camera. Not into each other.
Oh yeah, fair enough. So yeah, at this point, my first thought for some reason wasn't NXT Underground. My first thought was the Jamiroquai song, Going Deeper Underground.
I'm going deeper. Yeah.
I don't know why. There's too much panic in this town.
Oh dear, I was not expecting a Jamiroquai reference in 2024.
You know what? He's going on tour next year, like around Europe. So yeah, I might buy a ticket for the London show.
He's touring. What? Just going to do 2 songs over and over again.
Just the same 2 songs. That's all he's known for.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
No, it's NXT Underground.
NXT Underground. Starring Jamiroquai. Backstage.
I need to watch it, but who won the first match between Lola and
Jada? That was Jada.
Okay.
Yeah, Jada.
So 1-1. Okay.
Jada whacked Lola in the head with a brick.
Oh, an actual brick or a polystyrene brick?
No, brick.
Okay.
No, it had the effect of a brick, but it's like one of those easy breakaway ones, I think.
Was it the same brick Seth Rollins curb stomped Dean Ambrose onto?
Yes, maybe.
It's polystyrene. For the most part, anyway. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so they're going underground soon, and that is Lola's playground, literally.
Yeah.
I mean, she beat Shayna Baszler there. So
yeah. And beat Natalya.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So
yeah, that's her match.
It's her match now. I think no one else has got that many wins, other than maybe like Double Kato in Raw Underground.
Oh, rough. Oh. Okay.
Remember General Aziz? Apollo Crews' enforcer, and who was like just built as this big guy in Raw Underground. Like, look at this guy.
Wasn't he Shane's guy for a while? Like that was like
yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, backstage we see preparation between both sides in the men's North American title match. We see Tony D'Angelo with Adriana Rizzo, and we also see Shawn Spears with Brooks Jensen. Cool. We are still backstage. Tatum Paxley is playing with her dolls when Jesse Jane and just appear and literally do a schoolgirl bully routine, in that they just sort of tease her for playing with dolls and then call her a freak. I literally just got Lindsay Lohan off this, like Mean Girls, like just like
yeah. Very Mean Girls.
Tatum is offended and goes off sad, puts her dolls down. However, an off-screen hand and pair of trainers takes one of Tatum's dolls. Who could it be?
Red-headed.
Yeah, red-headed too, yeah. Who could it be? We'll find out soon. On to match 3. It's time for the Men's North American Championship. Shawn Spears taking on the champion, Tony D'Angelo. And of course, the winner would be none other than Tony D'Angelo, who retains with the Spinebuster. I rate it 2 3/4 stars, the match, personally. It was alright. It was nothing spectacular or to write home about. The main point here was Tony selling his leg injury. And he did that well enough, while Shawn did a good enough job on targeting it and taking advantage of what he could. It was just, it was forgettable, in all honesty. Like the match last week, you probably have seen it, but he had a match, Tony D'Angelo, with Brooks Jensen last week. And when I mentioned what happened because last week I had Mike and Nikki on, and when I mentioned what happened in the match, Mike said he couldn't remember a single thing in that match other than the ending.
Okay.
So this is exactly what this is here. What I've written, I remember the ending, and that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the Spinebuster.
The ending, yes.
I do remember Tony having Tony's leg was draped across the corners in between the middle ropes, and Spears dropping a knee to the joint back of the knee. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Brooks Jensen. Brooks Jensen was there.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And Rito was there. And Tony jumped in before the bell.
That is true.
Yeah.
Gold star.
So before and after.
But yeah, Tony wins, retains, and post-match, Brooks Jensen and Nico Vance attack Tony D, sticking their claim to the title once again. I don't know if you saw it. Nico Vance came in, is now part of Shawn Spears' crew.
I saw it. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, he's an NXT level up guy.
Okay.
He's been leveled up a few times.
He's got a good look. You could fit him all.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, he's now joined Shawn Spears' thing, so it's him, Brooks, and Shawn Spears.
Let's see what they do with it.
Yeah. We go backstage once again. All the NXT tag teams are fighting outside, and they wreck a car that's been parked there for a little bit.
Again, so full disclosure, I am on antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication, and it gives me brain fog.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Briggs' partner? I know because he's from Progress, right?
Who's partner?
Briggs. Who's his partner?
Oh, that is Yoshiki Inamura.
Yes, It was the
or in Progress, he was
Atlas
called,
champion.
He was called Yoichi in Progress.
And he's the Atlas champion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He beat RKJ at Mania Week.
He did.
Yes, I knew. That's been driving me crazy since I watched the episode. Like, I need the name.
You missed a fun episode, a fun segment last week with Yoshiki. They're all fighting again. The tag teams backstage. Firstly, Yoshiki's talking to Alexis King, and King's like, "I've got to fix myself. I've got to, keep being clean, keep fighting clean, but get more wins, and not be like my dad, and be a better person, and you know, all that stuff. And he's like, thanks for listening. And then he's just there, Yoshiki, and he's like, and then he walks off, runs into Josh Briggs, and he's like, what was that about? He goes, I have no idea. I don't understand him. And then
I'm glad.
he says he was there for chaos, and then suddenly all the titans were fighting behind him in the backstage area, and then he's like, "This is my kind of chaos."
Yeah, I knew I recognized him. Like, who did Tavion put through the car window?
That is a good question. I can't remember.
I didn't see his face. Tavion put someone through the car window.
I want to
He
say
didn't have a shirt on. Wow.
I want to say it was Crucifino. I want to say it was one of them two. Stax or Luca, I think.
Yeah, it might have been.
I'm trying to think like who's pairing off of who, because like in that whole brawl thing, they've got like pairings and stuff. So like OTM have got Dupont and Igwe, and the family have got the AQTC.
Yeah.
So I think.
Yeah. Might have been.
Something like that. I don't know. I mean, I can go back and find out, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth watching the back. Like, someone went through a car window. That's the important part.
I've got to find out who it was.
Someone got dropped on the roof, and someone got dropped on the front screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of drop, we see a vignette next where Andre Chase is clearing out his stuff and remembering all the good times that came with the various objects and memories within the classroom, and the various clips as air of like little flashbacks of like his time with Thea and with Duke and with Riley, and just good times and what Chase U used to be. Yeah. just let it sink in.
A moment of silence for Chase.
Yeah.
And then like.
So we then move on to the fourth match of the night. It's a women's Iron Survivor Qualifier. Kalani Jordan taking on Julia. For some reason, I wrote Stephanie Vakir. I don't know why I wrote Stephanie Vakir. But anyway, so Vakir, or Julia, wins with the Northern Lights bomb. I rated it 4 stars. Two absolute warriors here in a full battle. They got good time here. It was a great match and the correct winner. Julia continues to show what an absolute beast she is, while Kalani is obviously still learning, still growing, but amongst the very best that the sport can offer. Like, this was a fantastic match. I don't know if I could have asked for more, and if the end, you know, they got around 12 minutes, and everything was there. Action, timing, everything's like very nicely, and they have really good chemistry.
Yeah. When I was watching it, I honestly was thinking, this might be the best match I've seen Kalani have. Yeah. The match against Soul was good. This was better.
Mm-hmm.
And full credit to Julia, because when she first came in, it felt like she had been watered down, like to the WWE TV PG style, and to an extent she still is, but I think she's learning to find the line a lot better. Obviously, it's practice makes perfect, all that good stuff. But for Julia to be at this level considering she comes from the World of Strong style, and to adapt to WWE quite well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's always been. We all knew she was going to have great matches with everyone and anyone, and to be a star the second she walked through the door. But she's adapting to this style really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's crazy to me that Kalani had to drop the title in order to be a better wrestler.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's so weird, but this was Kalani's best match so far,
I agree.
and it's just a banger and right decision in the end to send Julia into the King of the Mountain. I mean, Iron Survivor match.
Yeah, and again, I don't mean it as a dig towards anyone or anything, but Kalani as champion was very much a booking themselves into a corner, because the only thing you could do with Kalani realistically was open challenges. And while it's not a bad thing, it's just Kalani's not the sort of person who would be doing that. Like, yeah, she's young, right? So she should be doing more story-based sort of defenses with heels who are targeting her.
Yeah. With Kalani, when her winning the match is winning the ladder match was plausible because it's a match you just have to get the ladder and win before someone else gets to it. So it's very plausible how, with the athletic background she has, that she would win in that match. But I said it, I don't know how many times they were using Kalani wasn't at the level to build the title. It just wasn't doing an awful lot for the title with Kalani. It should have built title more and then put it on Kalani to then boost her. Because honestly, for a couple weeks I forgot Kalani was champion, and it's not on her. It wasn't showcased in the best way. But now it's on a heel, and now Kalani is essentially was placed in the in a place to be placed in the main event picture.
Yeah.
And for her to go with Julia as well, who has been doing this a lot longer than she has.
True.
It did wonders for her, in my opinion. That was her best match to date.
Yeah, I agree with you more. I can't wait for when Julia locks with someone from the Joshi scene, because right now she's working that style because most of the people she's fighting aren't familiar with that style or that level of toughness that comes with it. Like, you put her on Raw in a ring with Kairi Sane or Io Sky or Asuka, they're all from that background.
Io versus Julia is going to burn everything down.
Yeah.
That's the match I need, and I'm willing to wait for it. Not too long.
2 years. But yeah, after this, we go backstage, and this is a very important backstage thing. It's revealed that there will be last chance qualifiers for the Iron Survivor matches, both men's and women's. Personally, I think that's the wrong call. I wanted Ofemi in the men's, and now he can't be in it.
That's fair, but honestly, when it was mainly during Axiom and Paige, I was thinking, so there's a spot available in each of these matches now. I honestly, my first thought was a last chance gauntlet of some kind.
Yeah.
I didn't know how many. I couldn't do the maths of how many people were left to who lost matches and stuff. I didn't know how they were doing it. whether it's triple threat or I didn't know how they're doing the qualifiers. But I think it's the safe choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes, yeah, because like you pointed out, Axiom and Fraser is a built-in story to add into Iron Survivor. It's added jeopardy to Iron Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
So it does make sense that because Paige had to win that match.
Yeah.
On paper, if you're looking at Axiom or Ethan Page is winning that match.
Yeah, that's all.
But now it gives Axiom a second chance to get into the match. And same with, I mean, Kalani went with Julia and put on a banger, like we said. So, but again, Julia had to win that match. So now Kalani can get in that match. Jada Parker can get in the match, who was screwed out of it on last week or week 4, whichever time it was. So yeah, I think it was a safe choice, but for now, it's the right choice.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. But yeah, so as I said, they've announced the last chance qualifiers now, which is for the women's side, it's Jada Parker, who lost to Stephanie Vicaire. It is Cora Jade, who lost to Sol Ruka. It is Kalani Jordan, who lost to Julia, and it is Wren Sinclair, who lost to Zarya. So one of them 4 will be in this. On the men's side, it'll be Cedric Alexander, who lost to Wesley. Axiom, who lost to Ethan Page. Letters King, who lost to No, he didn't lose to Nathan Fraser. He lost to the other one who's in the match. Javon Evans, there we go. And Eddie Thorpe, who lost to Nathan Fraser.
If Eddie's allowed in the match.
Yes. We will get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So, it's also revealed that next week there'll be a tag team battle royal involving all those teams that have been feuding. So, we have Gallus, Mark Coffey and Wolfgang. We have a team of Tyson Dupont and Terry Igwe. We have the NQCC, Tavian Heights and Miles Bourne. We have OTM, Lucian Price and Bronco Nima. We have the family, Stax and Juicy Lucy. And of course we have Hankatank.
Hug.
There we go. Of course, the winning team will face Axiom and Fraser at Deadline for the titles, which means that Nathan at least is doing double duty.
Yeah. Yeah, which was pointed out to Axiom.
Yes.
Oh, it was very much pointed out to him by his tag team partner and the tag team champions, Nathan Fraser.
Yes. It's announced during the main event, but I'll say it now to save time because I'm already to wait for next week anyway. They also announced that Nikita Lyons is facing Kyle Petrovic next week. So that's also time booked.
Woohoo!
So Axiom is concerned by this, by the revelation of Nathan's double duty. Nathan isn't too stressed about it. One more thing here, note here though, is Eddie Thorpe. So, Craig, I don't think you have been on the show since Eddie Thorpe's had a spike of interest in his character.
Nope. When I saw it on that lineup, I thought, okay, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. So I think when you stopped appearing on here, he was coming off his feud with Letters King about music.
He's been off TV for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah. So Eddie has been complaining to Ava recently because matches that he's not winning, he has reasons as to why he didn't win. And most recently, that is because he lost to Nathan Fraser in the Iron Survivor Qualifier due to the tag team brawling interference. And also, he complains about favoritism as well, in that others are getting other shots, whereas he's not getting a fair shot. which again is it's all valid.
Yeah.
So he now complains about having to face 3 other guys to get a chance at the Iron Survivor when he feels that he was cheated out of his chance, whereas the other 3 lost their matches. But once again, Ava brushes him off. Just she's too busy. Like she can't help him right now. Just you've got your chance, Eddie. Deal with it. Ava goes to leave. Eddie pulls her, pulls her wrist, tries to bring her back. Like, Ava, come back, sort of thing. Ava, let's go. Ava, snaps away instantly and says, "Don't you dare touch me." And then at this point, someone gets pushed back because of the brawling, and the door gets knocked back into Ava, and Ava falls to the ground.
That's not what you want to see from the GM. But in fairness, it happened in the best place possible for it to happen.
Yeah.
Right in the medical room.
Yeah.
It's almost like they planned.
Yeah.
He literally fell into the medical room.
Yeah.
That's the best place you want to be when that happens, really.
Yeah. And obviously you don't want to see non-wrestlers getting hurt, right? In a wrestling company, but Ava's a wrestler, whatever. But I kind of enjoy seeing her get hurt here. It felt kind of justified.
Okay.
Not fully, of course, but just the amount of shit that she's been giving Eddie, it just felt justified that this happened.
Yeah, it's a little bit of karma, shall we say?
Yeah. But yeah, so we cut away, ad break, whatever. We come back. We're still backstage, but now Shawn Michaels is here, and he's now talking to Ava and trying to find out what happened here. And Eddie tries to explain himself, but obviously Ava says that the last thing that she remembers is Eddie grabbing her wrist, sort of thing. So Shawn just fucking shoots up and literally grabs him by the collar, and then slams her against the garage door at the back.
Yeah.
And wow, it was just
yeah. I was trying to figure out Eddie Thorpe's expression. Was he in shock or was he pissed off with Shawn Michaels?
I think he was pissed off.
Yeah.
Because again, this is management not taking his side.
Yeah. I mean, even if Shawn Michaels is what? How old is he now?
60-something? 50-something?
Yeah. Yeah. So even if it is a 50+ Shawn Michaels, you're not fucking with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just not. But yeah, I wasn't. Honestly, when it happened, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, all right. It'd be interesting to see what direction to take this in now.
Yeah.
Because something's gonna happen. Even though it wasn't technically his fault, he kind of caused it. It didn't cause it, but Ava could have got out of the way if he hadn't grabbed the quarterback.
So I mean,
be interesting.
I would honestly, I would like to see Eddie get pulled from the Last Chance match, and then that further fuels his,
Yeah. That's
more reason for him to be angry at the management.
Yeah, I think that's how they should do it.
Yeah,
I feel like even though it's not fair on Eddie, but that's the purpose of it. Not fair, and he feels like being there's favoritism in So maybe that's how they add Obafemi into it.
Yeah, true, maybe. Again, I'm all down for
Well,
I'm down for adding Obafemi into things. But no, like honestly, like we were saying earlier about how Ridge has like got a whole new like character. Eddie has also got some sort of semblance of character now.
Yeah.
You know, and that's good for him because look, the guy's a good wrestler. It's just he's been like lumbered with bad gimmicks.
Yeah. This could be something for him.
Mm.
Keep going with it.
What if after all this time, Lettuce King is not the actual son of Brian Pillman? It's actually Eddie Thorpe.
Dang.
So all this time,
Yeah.
Lettuce is like, I've got to be good. I've got to be a good person. Eddie's just like, I've got a gun.
Yeah.
Just like obviously, I think when it goes to CW, not CW, to Netflix, I don't think NXT's getting the 18 rated thing, like Raw is.
No.
But I would love if they recreated the Billman in Austin's House of a Gun with Eddie Thorpe in Ava's office.
From what I've seen, NXT is staying TV PG.
Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not sure Raw's going 18. I think it's TV 14. Raw and SmackDown.
Isn't TV 14 the same thing as R18?
I don't know honestly, but I'm pretty sure it's saying TV 14. Yeah. They're not gonna swear every week. Like people are just because Triple H said that they'll go a little bit more over the edge and stuff and crossing the line and stuff. I don't think they're not gonna go all out with it.
No,
it is not. Like it's even though it's Netflix, they don't have to really worry about sponsorships or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're still going to get sponsorships.
Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are.
I mean, NXT is sponsored by Sonic.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, they're doing all right. And they're not going to want to mess that up, are they?
No. But speaking of messing things up, it's now time. That's now time. There we go. It's now time for Trick Williams. Yay. So, Trick recaps what we've already seen about Ava, about Chase Shu being ended by Ridge Holland, and he then name drops some people who've come through NXT who are given their roles at NXT. So he name drops DIY, Tiffany Stratton, Bron Breakker, and even name drops Carmelo Hayes.
Hello.
He says that he can't let Ridge become NXT champion because Ridge will destroy it all. Everything that NXT stands for will die. Here comes Ridge, who says that controversy will follow him everywhere. But before anything can continue, we get a really weird cameo. Like on the Titantron, behind... Huh? Oh god, he did that, didn't he?
Yeah. His first night on Raw, he came.
I forgot about that. I thought you were doing a page again. I was like, what? I forgot all about that.
And plus, Paige is pointing at his smile.
Mm-hmm.
Dimples.
Yeah. But yeah, so we get a sudden appearance on the screen from Eric Bischoff. He says that he'll be there next week. He'll stoke the fires and make both men want to destroy each other. It was a very weird appearance.
Okay, so first of all, that's going to be very interesting. But when I saw Eric Bischoff on the screen and Trick and Reg at ringside, for some reason, even though I know it's impossible for this to happen, I thought my brain went to 3-minute warning. I don't know where I thought they're going to fit into it because it is impossible for this to happen.
Yes, because they're both dead.
Yeah, I don't know where my brain went with 3-minute warning.
Jacob Fatu,
but it just
and like Bronson Reed.
well, that wasn't the thing. Honestly, Jacob Fatu and 3-minute warning would slap. But yeah.
But yeah,
it just threw me off.
It is odd. I just picture like, if you remember the AW segment where he appeared, it was like, I'm going to do a town hall next week on Dynamite.
Oh, wasn't that during COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was just,
wow.
I got that vibe from this. Like,
I thought he was going to announce a pick your poison, which is standard route for these things now. It seems.
Yeah.
Kind of annoying because I do like pick your poison, but if that's where they're going with it, okay.
I don't know what he's gonna do. He might do a live podcast with him. I genuinely don't know what he's gonna do that's gonna stoke the fires.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to get someone who's gonna stoke the fires, like Jim Cornette, like,
oof.
Like, I know he's not like pleasant to talk about or anything, but you're someone who's gonna like start some shit. Like,
yeah, I mean Bischoff is literally in a back of like, he's like, the amount of shit him and Tony Khan have said between each other, and now Tony Khan's got an issue with Brett Lauderdale or Effie or whoever. Like, but Bischoff is arguably, in terms of character, the most controversial figurehead wrestling's ever seen. He's literally appeared on every company
that's fair, yeah,
on TV right now.
That's fair.
If they want to be controversial, yeah, like, bring Bischoff and why not? I mean, because isn't his name's on an MLW show, right? Like, Bischoff's One Shot or something.
Something like that, yeah.
What that's happening, like, because I'm pretty sure MLW air on Tuesdays. That'd be. Also, I know MLW pre-tapes, but
that is true, yeah. So I think it's called Just One Shot now.
Okay.
So it used to be called as Air Just One Shot.
Okay. So I guess they changed it then.
Yeah, seems that way. Pretty good card on that card though. Good matches on that card. I might watch that. Anyway,
let's see what Bischoff can do, because he's famous for controversy creates cash.
Yeah, turning chicken shit into chicken salad.
Maybe he goes on NXT and announces the winner of the main event of MLW. Maybe he does that.
Like,
I know Court Bauer doesn't WWE.
Like, oh, Vic, you won't believe what I just heard, Vic. He just fucking say he just spoiled the results.
Oh, dang.
But no. Yeah. So after this, we go backstage. Wren Sinclair is with Charlie Dempsey. She's recovering from the match with Lola, so she's missed a fair bit. They catch up with Taven and Miles, who reveal their tag team battle royal. And Charlie then reveals to Wren that she's got a second chance at being the Iron Survivor, sorry. She's got a last chance qualifier match against the other three women. Kalani, my brain.
Cora.
Jada and Cora, yeah. And Wren's eyes just widened. She's in disbelief. She's convinced that she won't win.
Yeah, so good. Very good.
After this, we get a tweet revealing that X-Pac will also be in the building. Why?
It's not a clue.
He's going to turn heel. He's going to team with Rich Holland against Trick and Murray Dudley.
Yeah, no idea.
Just slot X-Pac.
I really don't.
Put X-Pac in the main event of the deadline. Triple threat match. Rich Holland, Trick Williams, and X-Pac.
They'll probably make him special referee or something.
Oh, God.
Oh.
But no, after that weird bombshell of a tweet, we go on to the main event for the Women's North American Championship. Challenger Taylor Paxley goes up against Fallon Henley, the champion, who is with Fatal Influence. And of course, your winner would be Fallon Henley. And she retains the title after hitting her Famouser, which has not got a name yet, I don't think.
I didn't catch one.
I rated it 3.25 stars. I thought it was a decent main event. They got about 11 minutes, which is about right for this. Didn't go too short, didn't go too long. The match itself, though, it could easily be construed as a basic match where the heel cheats to win. However, it was a match that continued Tatum to showcase herself, while Fallon did the same, along with her fellow counterparts. Like, everyone here benefited from this match. Like, Tatum got a good showing against the heel faction, like, of the women's division.
Yeah.
And she showed that she could hang, despite the fact that there was literally two on the outside going against her too. So
yeah, it worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of Tatum. Big fan of Fallon. Big fan of Fallon. Ha. And in general, Fatal Influence, the more I see of them, the more they're improving.
Mm-hmm.
They're gelling as a heel faction, because you still got to remember that Fallon wasn't a part of this, and then she joined them, and it became a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been building like they should be building a faction. This is how a faction should be built, and they've done it really well.
Yeah.
It just works. Tatum is again like Wren and Carmen. Yeah, Tatum Paxley is, and Jada. Like Tatum Paxley is very, very close to winning that North American title.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like not yet, but it won't be too much longer.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if she keeps at this pace. Like she's really, really good, Tatum Paxley.
Yeah.
And Fallon Henley is again just insanely good. I really rate Fallon from where she started to where she is now. Two completely different characters, completely different wrestlers, and just works. At first I wasn't sure if Fallon and JC's attitudes were going to mesh that well.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I feel like I've been proven wrong on that.
Yeah.
I'm big fan of Tatum's finish, even though she didn't hit it.
Yeah.
The Psycho Driver is one of my favorite finishes right now in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good, and yeah, I did really enjoy this match, and but like NXT do it more so than the main roster. But on this episode especially, I felt like the women were showcased very well, and it didn't feel forced.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a majority of main roster shows in especially. It's we've got them, so we'll use them. This didn't feel like what we had three women's matches, and it didn't feel like it was just there because they have to do it.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that, and in general, yeah, I want to see more from Fallon as champion. I want to see what they're going to build to. Obviously, we'll get to in a second, but after the main event, what happened after the main event, after the bar rang anyway, maybe as an idea of Fallon's next challenger, or maybe they go in a different direction with it. But yeah, I'm all for it. This was a really good match. Nice surprise seeing British wrestlers Rio, Molly Spartan, Tate Mayfair's in the crowd. Although I didn't spot Tate Mayfair, so thanks for the time about Tate. I literally had to pause it. I saw Rio. I thought, is that Rio? The first thing I saw was her hair.
Of course, yeah.
And yeah, I had to rewind it. But hold on, okay, is it? Pause quickly. Pause. Oh shit, Rio. Yes, let's go. I wonder what they're doing there. Are they or are they involved in some way? Intrigue me. Hopefully, because I wouldn't be against seeing them part of this WWID thing.
No.
Got going on. Yeah, it's very cool to see them. I don't know who else noticed, but because unless you've been really paying attention, to be fair, but especially to see Rio. Well, you can see Rio a lot sooner.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was on Twitter, which was how I first saw it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was a cool little moment there. Like, big fan of Rio. Huge fan. She's so good.
Yeah, she is. She absolutely is. But yeah, after that, we go into the final part of the show, the post-match, which is Fatal Influence attacking Peyton. However, we get a return. It's the return of Georgina Dolin. And she makes a save for Tatum. And interesting note here, though, is that she attacked Josie first.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Nice storytelling. Long-term storytelling.
It could be a coincidence, but, you know, I don't think it is.
Nah.
Just a little, you know, fuck you for everything you did back then. Like,
yeah. all good with it. Glad to see Gigi back.
Georgina.
Intrigued to see what route they take with this, because there is a couple they could go with, and I like when it's not clearly obvious of what route they take.
Yeah.
Because as soon as that doll was picked up backstage, I knew it was Gigi.
Yeah.
For a very brief second, I thought Gigi was gonna join Fatal Influence for a brief second, until she came out and just punched Gigi punched Jason in the face.
Yeah.
So that changed my mind very quickly. And I had this feeling that she wasn't going to join Fatal Influence after that.
Yeah. Well, it seems like the instant route is going to be at some sort of tag, Gigi and Tatum against probably Fallon and Jason, Owen.
Yeah, or more like it's. I'm glad, because even though it's a bit crappy in the sense of Fatal Attractions split up. Well, Mandy's gone, and then JC turns on Gigi. They feud a little bit. Feud's over. Then Gigi doesn't really have much to do.
Yeah.
Gets hurt. and straight back in to Fudo JC. It's almost like we know we not get away with it, but it's easy for them to do this.
Yeah,
because of the it's fair, like that. You obviously a lot of companies do this. Of you give it a break and you go back to you can reignite a feud every so often. So and now you've got Fatal Influence and you've got Tatum Paxley in the mix. Okay, it seems fresh. So let's go with it. Let's run.
Let's run, indeed. But with that in mind, we do run towards the end of the episode. That is how NXT ended. And yeah, any final remarks about the show itself?
Just that what I mentioned before about the women's matches, where it wasn't, because some companies they don't. It's not the strongest booking for their women's divisions, but this one to have 3 great matches, and for 2 to go over 10 minutes is a big step forward for NXT.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, yeah, it was very very well done.
Yeah, and not to mention as well, like the starting match was like one of the longest matches in recent NXT history.
Yeah, so just every company should be doing this.
Yeah, fully agree. More of this, please, for you guys who are watching from NXT, because we know you're watching. Too many things have happened that we've called.
Shawn Michaels, get in the chat, Sean. Leave a comment below.
Leave a comment below, Sean. Let us know what you think. But no, that does bring an end, unfortunately, to this podcast. This is episode 67. Where can the people find you, Craig, now that you're back?
That's a tough question to answer, because I'm not really on social media at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm floating about. Yeah. Yeah, you've got my social handles. Like, just follow me. I'm not active at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
Need to figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Not just on social media, but in life. I need to figure out what I'm doing. But yeah, you just drop me a follow where you can see me. Just that's all I've got at the minute. Because that's all I've got. I'll be around. Hopefully, it's just social media is a shit show.
Yeah, it kind of is.
You've got to remember that, especially with Twitter, it's not a real place.
Yeah, true.
Not a real place. Not a real place.
No, that's absolutely fair. But yeah, everything I've got of Craig's will be in the description below as well as his Twitter, which is just under the camera just there as well. If you feel so inclined, yeah, if you feel so inclined as well, I'm also on Twitter or X. I don't use it that much, but it's the same as my name there, DpuizY, capital D, capital Y. But as well as the outlets for the show, Instagram is down there, Facebook, Twitter or X, and of course Twitch. Twitch is dead now. I'm not saying it anymore. I'm not saying there's potential or I'm looking to do something. No, Twitch is dead. It's been dead a while. There's still old streams you can go and watch on there, but I don't think anything new's coming, in all honesty.
Because I got a follow from the HCW Show on TikTok. Is that still a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's just something that sort of, again, I started it and then it became very much a sort of background thing where I forgot about it and then just haven't had time to go back to it.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, we've also made the migration over to Blue Sky. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. It's not on the overlay. And in regards to the video, please like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment. What did you like? Did you like seeing Craig back? He's back. Did you like the episode of NXT? Did you agree, disagree with what we've said or our opinions? Let us know. But yeah, as always, I have been Dan, DpuizY. I've been joined by the wonderful Mr. Impact Craig, and we were bidding you adieu.